I've been playing Minecraft for 10 years, always as a builder, but not always with success. Many of my early builds were just bad, but not all of them. And looking through everything I created in those 10 years, the good, the bad and the ugly, I noticed a pattern. Many of my early builds are to this day incomplete. And you can decide for yourself if they are bad just because they're incomplete, or if they're incomplete because they were so bad I had to abandon them. The issue I can now see looking back at them is that they were usually just random ideas I ought to be fun, without giving them any proper functionality. And just to be clear, with proper functionality I don't necessarily mean a specific game function like an enchanting room. That functionality can simply be connected to the story, the lore of your world. Especially my more ambitious build projects were always just supposed to look good. Something my building skills back then simply didn't really account for. So it happened what usually happens. I got stuck in the ugly phase and lost all motivation to work on it. While on the other hand, those build projects that did have a clear functionality, whether it was just a small starter base. Uno asks you to subscribe, by the way. I didn't say that, Uno did, I just translated. Or a 4-kilometer long minecart network. I continued to chew away and eventually completed them. While still not being masterpieces by any means, at that time I was very happy with them and ultimately learned new techniques and skills in the process. But it isn't just about motivation. The next point is actually a lot more important, I think. Give your next big build project, or the one you're currently working on, that you don't really need in the terms of gameplay, a backstory. Who built it? Maybe it was you, your avatar, or maybe someone else. And why did they build it? What purpose did it serve to them? What purpose does it serve now? How did they build it and what materials had they access to? Questions like these give you a much better idea of what you're actually trying to achieve. Choosing a fitting block palette, choosing the right details, and my personal weak point, filling in large interiors, becomes so much easier and so much more rewarding. And furthermore, a build becomes tremendously more immersive when there's a rhyme and reason for it, when it's telling a story. It can be a crazy story, it can be a mediocre story, doesn't matter. But any build automatically levels up, even if the build itself isn't that pretty. Sometimes for world building, a build can even be intentionally ugly, but it can still be a good build when it makes sense with the lore of your world. And bonus points if you actually manage to incorporate physical, which is probably the wrong word in the context of a video game, actual physical functionality. Give your builds a purpose, and let that purpose guide the build process. So once again, it all boils down to storytelling. No matter how subtle or obvious, how simple or out of space these stories are, what are the stories your builds are telling?